Hey everyone, welcome to the Renegade Report. My name is Ramon. For those who don't know, our latest podcast is linked in the description below. It was with Magnus Haystack, a very well-known financial consultant and author, and I think you will enjoy it quite a bit. On the opposite of Magnus Haystack, you have the EFF manifesto. So while you were busy fornicating and braaiing on Sunday, I was reading through this. And it took a while because it is 170 pages long. 170 pages long. And there's a very good reason for that. They basically want to control everything. Absolutely everything. Everything from what you think, what you do, what job you have, what other people do, and what other people buy. They want to control all of it. Small thing on manifestos. The longer the manifesto, the more oppressive the government. Because it's very easy to sell a manifesto and have a short one if you work on principles. So principles being if a political party that is freedom loving and wants to give liberty and wants to give rights to people, it's very easy to just state that as principles and say these are 10 things we're going to do to make sure that you have the utmost liberty and the most rights to effect change in your life that allows you to grow and become wealthy. That's a very simple thing to say in a manifesto. It could be 2 to 3 pages long. Excuse me. And yeah, that's the easy part. If a manifesto is 170 pages long, that political party is very oppressive because it's listing the ways in which it can take away rights from you. And the EFF manifesto does not disappoint in that regard. Like, obviously, land, right? They're going to take all of it. Every single piece of land will be owned by them. And they will dish it out to whoever they want, under what circumstances, for what purposes. And that's going to be determined by the People's Land Council. George Orwell had nothing on Orwellian speak like this. The People's Land Council, which will be managed by 10 very intelligent and, fair people. He will determine which land goes to whom and what they will be able to do with it and for how long. I can't see a problem with this because, power doesn't corrupt, absolutely. Interesting thing about land, though, they want to absolutely abolish rentals. So the EFF will give you a house. They will control the house. They will own the house, but they'll allow you to live in it. If you find a job in Cape Town, or say they give you a house in Durban and you find a job in Johannesburg, you can't live in Joburg because you can't rent anywhere. So will the EFF give you another house in Joburg? So you'll have 2 houses, one for work and one for family? Who knows? They haven't stated that in their manifesto. So basically, if they give you something, you can use it for a period of time. If they don't like the way you use it, they'll take it away from you. And once they give you something, you better suck up and enjoy it, because that's the only thing you will get from them. Interesting thing about the jobs section of the manifesto, they basically want to create North Korea because everything that the government uses and everything that the food producers and supermarkets sell, 80% of all of that must be South African made. So this is protectionism on steroids. This is Donald Trump. Donald Trump wishes he could have this sort of stuff in place. Who cares about global trade and people that like Nikes or international brands or appliances made in Korea? All those will get very steep tariffs applied to them because you need a South African washing machine, for the revolution, for the people. A South African washing machine needs to be bought because it's going to be half the price, as there will be no tariffs on it. But name one person who makes a washing machine in South Africa. I don't know of any. All of them are imported from Korea or China or wherever they're made. France. None of them are made here. EFF doesn't care. They're going to force you to. I don't know. They're going to force you to make washing machines to be sold locally. Who knows? That's not stated in the manifesto. So it's very easy for the EFF to list these things. And each list and each point in the list says the EFF government will do X. But there is no good sense, to be very polite. Basically, they don't fucking explain how they're going to impose any of this at all. You can't make people buy local washing machines because no local washing machines are made here. It is that simple. But the EFF wants you to eat food that's locally produced. They want you to wear clothes that are locally produced. They want you to buy cars that are locally produced. They don't have local car manufacturers. I assume they want your pet to be locally produced as well. You want to import a rare German Shepherd from Germany? No, you can't. You can't buy a local German Shepherd made locally because it's, the revolution needs it. And that is the major theme running through this manifesto, in that the EFF government will control every aspect of your life. It will control where you live, where your children go to school, where your electricity production comes from, what job you have, where you're allowed to visit, where you're allowed to travel. It wants to control absolutely everything about your life. So if you support slavery, if you thought social engineering during apartheid just, wasn't done well, vote EFF. You'll love that. They're the party for you. If you think people are chattel, if you think people should be slaves, if you thought apartheid didn't go far enough, vote EFF. They are your party. And hopefully, they will kill you first. Because that's the nature of revolution, isn't it? Collaborators get shot first. So vote EFF. Hopefully you don't die in the first few weeks of the revolution, but sooner or later, you will die when the revolution's over. So, don't bother reading the manifesto. It's really not worth your time. It is a blueprint of totalitarian dictatorship, and everyone who thinks that this has a hope in hell of working under any circumstances is a liar, a sycophant, or mentally ill, or a journalist. Let's not forget them. Anyway, see you next time.